So this is the video for my assignment for the brown chevron for Bojutsu. So this assignment I have to show one of the katas that are used in the system. I have to give a bunkai. So I go through the kata and I give my own interpretation what the use is, what the idea is behind some techniques. I'm doing bow kata too. It's a very aesthetic kata with a lot of movements that are not usually suitable for combat. So I don't find the kata entirely suitable for this, but I'm going to do my best. So the opening, start with doing like that and that. So my idea is it signals you that your opponent, it signals to your opponent that you're ready. So bring it on. It's just a taunting movement, pretty much. Okay, so I'm going to move to this side, even though we taunt towards that side, but I'm going to do an angle block. So obviously that is a block against a downward motion. So I'm blocking like that. What I find strange is that there's no follow-up action to that. So somebody is attacking me, I block, but I'm going to ignore him and going to focus on that direction. So I would expect making a downward strike, something like that, finish the person off. So, okay, we're going to continue. Here, in the neck, or in the ribs. Another one, under the chin, top of the head, sideward, and another sideward. And if he's still standing, I would doubt it, but finish him off like that. Move like that, make space, open, there. Also like that is a taunting motion in my opinion. So it's signaling, I'm ready, bring it on. So the next movement is really an aesthetic motion. So it's double figure eight, going to do a figure eight spin. So the flourishing movement like that. And I'm going to change sides. So maybe opponent is coming from the back. From here, I can make an upward motion against the chin maybe. I continue, and here I strike somebody at the top of the head. Once again, a 4-point combo. So under the chin, top of the head, side against the head of the ribs, side. Okay, going to open like that, going to sweep and uppercut. So, if you sweep and it's lying on the floor, then the uppercut will most likely miss. But if you're still standing, this one goes into the groin or under the chin. From here, bow back fist, go against the chin most likely. The side will strike against the head. Somebody else coming from behind the back. To that one and start movement. Okay, so to move a little bit. So obviously it's opponents on two sides. Now somebody else is coming from that way. Going to make a big move, a circular movement. Going to hit a person against the side of the head or the ribs. Like that. From there, going to again make the sweep. Similar motion as to the sweep uppercut, but this is going to sweep over a front strike, which also in my opinion, if you sweep it, it's on the floor. If you make over a front strike, it needs to be lower, so more like that instead of the regular strike that you're doing. Okay, the next movement is an aesthetic movement as well. So it's double-double, movement with a lot of twists in it. So okay, so overall I would say not the best technique to use in general, but if you're going to break it down, so flourishing or the hand rotations, things like that, they can be useful, especially to keep opponents away from you or to make it harder to penetrate with an attack. So if I'm constantly doing things like that, maybe not most effective, but it will be pretty hard for someone to strike through because it's constantly movements like that. Same when I'm doing it on a horizontal plane. It will be difficult for somebody to attack me, to get close to me. Especially when I'm doing it all around me. So I can get the idea behind the technique, but in this way, turning and twisting, and especially with an aerial, I wouldn't see that one realistic in the Kata. But could also be used as taunting again, like, see what I can do. I can even throw it in the air. You're not touching me. Come on. So that's pretty much what's happening here. Yeah? Pretty much you're saying, come on. Somebody's coming from that way. You're going to get it ready for a baseball bat type of movement. So it's pretty much hitting the person straight into the head, like that. And then you continue with a downward strike again on top of that. Somebody will feel that one. So if for some reason you're still standing, or maybe a new attacker is coming, you go to the knees. So, step back against the chin, and a poke motion like that against the face. Continue downward like that. One more overhead front strike on top of that. So, from here, and we continue with the fire coming from that direction. Straight to that. So, going to step in with the right leg uppercut. So, either against the groin or the head. Then we're going to make an aesthetic movement and going towards a block forward. So the block is either a punch or a kick or another weapon. It's blocking and downward motion. Again, the 4-point combo. So under the chin, top of the head, sideward towards a rib, another rib. And a forward motion, thrusting, maybe against the plexus or the throat, like that. Okay, now we're going to make to this that way. So somebody's coming from that way. We're going to make the same movement as we did at the start of the kata, so the angle block. But at the first beginning of the kata, I felt it was very strange that there was no following up. Here it is. So block and downward attack. So show from this side. So block and downward. So we've done here, block, downward, and then you get the 4 techniques that we had earlier, or 5 actually. So to the back of the head, here on the back of the head, another one to the side, kick, and pop. I'm going to move my leg because somebody's coming from that way. Also, as the head or the chest, going to step back, ribs, eyes falling to his knees. So I do striking like that, going to the floor. Probably he's falling and you still hit his head at the end. Now he's lying on the ground. And you pull back, and you thrust in. Okay, step back. So last time, we try to get up maybe. One last strike. Ending ceremony. So that part is obviously, it's just the official part. So this was my attempt at explaining Kata 2. This is my Bunkai. This kata is not the most suitable for practical purposes, but I tried my best and I thought it was a good way to feel this kata a bit more than the regular way. So, thank you for watching and good luck with your own frame.